In the quiet moments of our lives when we are left alone with our thoughts, there is often a gnawing feeling, a sense that we are somehow less than we should be. It is in these moments of vulnerability that we must confront the truth. We may be undervaluing ourselves. To understand this, we must first recognize the subtle, yet destructive signs that betray our inner worth. Let us explore these signs, guided by the wisdom of the Stoics, and learn how to restore our dignity through self-control and fortitude. 1. You constantly seek approval from others. Imagine a man who never raises his head to meet the eyes of others. He lives in the shadows, dependent on the nods of approval and the fleeting praises of those around him. His happiness is tethered to the whims of others, his peace forever elusive. This man is a slave to external validation, believing his worth is measured by the opinions of others. Such a person might be a colleague who frequently asks for feedback, not out of a desire to improve, but to be reassured. Or a friend who changes their behavior depending on who they are with, like a chameleon that has lost its true colors. 2. You tolerate disrespect. Consider a woman who accepts disrespect as if it were her due. She allows others to speak to her with condescension, never defending her dignity. In her silence, she confirms their low estimation of her worth. This woman is like a weathered statue eroded by the winds of disrespect, gradually losing her form. This might be a co-worker who consistently receives the most menial tasks without protest, or a friend who is always the punchline of the joke, never pushing back. Their silence in the face of disrespect is a silent agreement to their diminished worth. 3. You avoid taking responsibility for your life. Picture a person who drifts through life like a leaf carried by the wind. They blame others for their misfortunes and look for external causes for their failures. This person is like a ship without a captain, tossed about by the waves, never reaching its destination. They have abdicated their power, believing that life happens to them, rather than understanding that they can shape their own destiny. You might recognize this person in a colleague who constantly blames the system for their lack of progress, or a friend who always has an excuse for why they haven't achieved their goals. 4. You engage in self-defeating thoughts. Visualize a person who, before even attempting a task, whispers to themselves, "I cannot do this." They are a prisoner of their own mind, bound by chains of doubt and fear. This person is like a bird that never spreads its wings, convinced it cannot fly, though the sky is open before them. This might be a peer who constantly talks themselves out of opportunities, or a loved one who repeatedly says, "I'm not good enough," or "I will fail." 5. You neglect your own needs. Finally, consider a person who gives and gives, yet never takes time to care for themselves. They are like a well that has run dry, offering no sustenance because it has not been replenished. This person might be a parent who puts everyone else's needs before their own, or a friend who is always there for others, yet never asks for help.